Richard
In the
Garcia,
town.
recorder, Anna, school district lady.
You want
Drew
us to
has
have
signs
the
out.
live?
Huh?
Drew has signs out. So does
Um,
Richard.
Maybe a few people,
I want everything.
if they all show.
So I said, Anna's like, hey, stop
Okay,
by,
we're
stop
live,
by.
everybody. Just FYI. I went to one and just.
Here she is. Oh, hi. Yay. So Josh said no, but we should be able to do, I think we need 4 out of 6. So,
The only one we won't, or, well, the only one we will be able to do is the 23rd.
yep. All right, call the meeting to order at 5:15. Please silence your electronic devices. And roll call of the committee.
Chairman Phillips, absent. Vice Chair Gilbert,
Here.
Member Vadrine,
Here.
Member Castillo,
Here.
Member Thorne, absent, and Member Olson.
Here.
Okay, if we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, no call to the public. Reports and updates.
All right, so your May report is in front of you. Our meals are congregates at 1,420. That's down about 300 meals for the month. And then home delivered meals are at 2,182, and that's very close to what we did last month. We're still doing approximately anywhere between 60 and 80 meals a day at the center, which is crazy. In the summer, we've never had that. So our numbers are high still. But we are, I mean, we were doing up like 120 to 140 at the busy time. So we're about in half, which is good, about 50%. The big thing is our cook position vacancies. As you see, we had John Kuhn. So I have 2 cooks that have been there for 4 months, gotten through training. One of them I moved he moved positions within the center, and the other one was a new hire. The new hire gave me notice a couple of weeks ago. He's moving his family, and they just their kids are not, they have a child with special needs, and he just doesn't have the services he needs here. So they're looking at moving back east. But he's given me a 30-day notice, which is awesome. So Amy and, Nora and I and Amy were working on getting that new position, kind of all changed up, updated, and then out into the public. So that will hit the street hopefully in the next couple days, we're thinking. So, and then I also had CJ Markel, who kind of came to me and said, hey, he's been going to school to be a teacher, and he has been offered a teaching position that would be considered like an emergency sub at the high school. And so he, of course, is going to jump at that. So he's working kind of the kinks out, hasn't completely given his notice, but wanted me to have a lot of time to get somebody else. So
nice.
that's the silver lining in it. The bummer is that I'm back to the drawing board with my cook situation. So,
That's sad.
so just I'm going to kind of hit some high things. Our webpage for the Parker Community Center is in the developmental stage. on the town's website. And so as soon as Amy launches it, I will send out an email or message to you guys to check it out. We're super excited about that. Our hog raffle drawing is on the 28th. It's your last chance to sell tickets and turn in the ticket money to us. So we would like that ticket money turned in, okay, the 28th. What day is the 28th on? Let's see. That is on a Friday, so I would like the ticket money very, very, very latest on Thursday morning would be good. Just so there's no
The day before.
messing around. Yeah, yep. So by the 27th, get us that ticket money. At this point, we've sold right around $1,900 worth of tickets. So we're about where we were last year.
I got an
was
extra
hoping-
1,000 to give you.
Yay! Okay.
Yes.
Yay!
Wow.
So thank you to you guys all for those of you that have gotten out there, and I think that's most of you, and really hustled. Staff has really hustled as well, so we're excited about that. And I think we'll talk more about the pig when that comes up, right? Okay. Social Security service is the first Wednesday of each month. This is a new service. They were coming in and doing like a 101 that was just like a group thing, and now we're taking appointments, and we're totally filled. So now they're looking at possibly doing like 2 times a month for that Social Security service. So it's the folks out of Needles, instead of our people here, our community, having to drive all the way to Needles, they come in to the center and they're given a time slot. It's worked really, really well so far.
So it's a live body coming in?
It is so it's all virtual,
Oh,
but
it's
yes,
virtual,
it's a
okay.
one-on-one with a real person, real time in Needles, and then our folks. Yeah, so it's working really well. We also have the vet center is doing vet counseling for veterans, provided on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. So she kind of started, she wanted to do every Tuesday, and she'd be there from 9 a.m. to 3:30. And we were kind of like, wow. And she seemed to think like she was having all sorts of people from here drive to all the way up to Havasu. So I don't know. It's been kind of hit and miss. She got hurt, and she's working on trying to get in on a regular basis. Hi, Ray. So good. So that the counseling for veterans is just really cool. The gal that's coming in and doing this, I have her flyer in the newsletter. Her name's Gwendolyn. Just super neat gal. And again, it's just one more service for our veterans that's local. We also have our foster grandparents program. We've done it the last 2 summers, and we're doing that again. This year we have 5 adults, and they're paired up with 15 youth. So we have like 3 youth per adult. Every Wednesday for, I think they're doing 6 weeks, but it's Wednesdays through July. And they have, it's just really about that intergenerational kind of getting it. Yes, and Julie's doing it.
I say a little something.
Thank you. Yes.
I went Wednesday, and we did butterflies. I was so impressed with the group of children that came. Polite, on task. They loved the food. Never, really complained or nothing. Just on task. Did their little butterflies. Enjoyed it. Played games. Ate, and they were out of there. And it was
Awesome.
just, for me, it was such a pleasure.
That's awesome. And that's coming
little
from a
group.
school teacher. I love it.
Because, I didn't know what I had. I had like
Yeah.
4, 2 girls and 2 boys, but they were just a delight, just-
Good.
Nice.
And they're school age kids, so they, as long as they're school age, they're invited. We're using the Early Learning Academy to get these kids, but it's open to even kids that aren't going there, so it's open to the community. And it's not too late if anybody wants to participate in it on either direction, either the youth or the seniors. So fun stuff. And then we received our award letter from WACOG, so we submitted with some help from our grant writer. It's the big grant, so every 5 years, a whole new grant's written. That was submitted a few months back, and we did receive our award letter. We're just waiting on our actual contract to know exactly what that looks like. And that's all I have for you guys. Do you have any questions of me?
I just have a question about the Dementia Connection.
Sure.
So that's held every Monday? No.
It's
Oh,
held
the
once a
20
month.
Once a month, okay.
This is the flyer for that. I actually created the flyer. I'm a part of Havasu Dementia Connection. We're trying, a WACOG came to me with an idea to do this, and that we really don't have the capacity or the people really to do this yet on our own. So we chose we got with the Havasu folks. I was already a part of the Dementia Connection. Dementia is one thing that Mandy and I both are involved with our state health grants. So education, support, all of that is something that we've done for the last, I'd say, 10 years, 10 years. So this is just a really great opportunity, and it is amazing what we're putting together for families. You know, with dementia, the education really isn't for the client, the loved one. With dementia, it's really for the family and caregivers. So
good.
we're excited about this. I will say that we have not been able to we want to be able to take some of our people up there. So we have a van ready, we have a person ready to do this, and we just need to get the word out. So I did put a flyer in your newsletters so that we could kind of do that. We talk about it all the time at the center. It's on social media, but I think we need some word of mouth on this. But super, super fun. And it's themed. Every month it's a different theme. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? All right, old business. Discussion and possible action on the following items: fundraising events. Do we have any others besides the pig raffle?
Nothing going on right now.
So, Perry, his name is Perry, and he
Hey.
is ginormous. I bet he's probably more than 400 pounds. He is massive. So pigs can't regulate their own body temperature, so that's why they roll in the mud to coat and cool themselves down. So he's working on that.
The muddy boy.
He holds his water spigot and makes himself a little mud puddle. So every once in a while I have to go and spray it off because there's like mud in his eyelashes all across the top of his head. He's like a toddler. That's Perry.
And when's
Perry, that's so
D-Day for him?
On the 1st. So
Okay.
our appointment
It's coming
is
up quick.
on the 1st. Yeah. So, and
How big, like, how much do they gain a week?
Cut him off. I know you
I know,
probably
and
can't
he's
do that, but-
starving. I feel bad. I'm like,
Right.
he's,
How are you doing on the food? Do you need me to
huge.
bring you some food back from Tractor?
I just picked some up, so I'm hopeful that this will last us through. I don't know. I feel like I'm starving him. Yeah, I have chickens, so the other day I made them eggs. Just like, are you hungry? Are you starving? I've never, like, with all the FFA and 4-H animals, that you have a science to it, like how much to feed them.
Right.
Well, now I just feel like I don't know anymore. Like,
Right.
you just have to check to see if he's still hungry because
I tried to get Blake to put him in the wash rack and wash him and take pictures of him, and he's like, "It's hot already, Mom." Like,
Oh. Missy, thank you for all that you've done to
Yes, to take
support
care of
this fundraiser. You
Harry.
jumped in and it's not what you were thinking as far as the time frame
You know,
on
I think
this,
it's just a
so-
little hot. That was my biggest
Yeah.
concern for the thing. And so I think, you know, if we can do this next year,
Yeah.
I think if we back it up to like start selling in January, February, March, we usually get them mid-March, and that will be a great time, you know, depending on what we get, if we felt like we needed to, you know, raise it up a little bit, because that was our concern, you know, the first year, to put a little bit more weight on it. So if we needed to do that, maybe leave a window, but
Okay.
March, April, it's still pretty decent weather. But June is just miserable
Yeah.
hot for them. So, yeah, we learn as we go.
Thank you, Missy.
Anything else on fundraising?
What happened to the idea that we had about putting some meals, family meals together and deliver out? Whatever happened to
We
that?
just haven't done it. I mean,
Oh,
we
okay.
just haven't had the
Schedule
time
it.
to do it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty
But I'd
excited
like
about that one.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can come up with some dates, and then I could kind of, that's super easy to do, and I'll tell you, July's gonna be kind of quiet. I will say that June and July are the 2 months that we all take turns taking our vacation time. And so that's all
down
happening.
Cooks
shifts.
doesn't help.
Well, and then we have that coming up.
Yeah.
So, it might be better to maybe
until
start that in
December.
August,
Yeah.
really. And then we could do it, I'd love to even do it once a month.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
Perfect.
So-
And I think as far as fundraisers, once you kind of do it a couple times, people start to count on that. You know, like, that was a
Yeah.
great meal. Let's watch for that again. Or when's the next one? Because I'll put it on my calendar. Or make sure you hit me up for the next one. So I think
Right.
that creating consistency delivers better results.
Right.
So, yay. All right. Veterans programs. There's what is her name that's coming out of
Helen?
so, here's the flyer that's in our packet. This is on the veterans, and again, you did already go over this, but Tuesdays from 9 to 3:30, she's at the center.
What were the times?
Huh?
The times?
All day,
I'll-
like
I'll
9 to
pass you.
3:30.
Yeah.
9 to 3:30.
9 to 3:30.
Let me give you one. Ray, so you've got
Miss
one.
Julie. Oh, she's gonna pass it. Perfect.
I have a second one too.
Perfect.
And then the second veterans program that I talked a little bit about last month when we met is the transportation program that the VFW in Baus is working with us on. And there was a fundraiser that the sheriffs and Carrie Ann kind of came together and held out in Baus, and they raised money to start the program. So that money's been deposited in a account specifically for veterans travel. And we're looking at, we're kind of in the works of hopefully starting this I'm hoping in August, where we would have a day a month that we would go to each of the veterans centers. So, but again, I'm coordinating with the veterans, the VFWs.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, subcommittee activities.
There's been no subcommittee activities that I know of. Yeah.
I don't think we've
It's
met,
been
so.
quiet, yeah.
I think we've all just been hustling for the event that we have going on, or the fundraiser, so I think that's our focus, and then we'll roll into something August-ish.
I think that would be great. So, July and August is a time that we start really planning our calendar for next year. So we'll be working on, we don't really have big events through the summer months. But in September, we'll want to be ready to kind of kick it off.
Perfect. All right, community center wish list.
The wish list, nothing really has changed with that. So I gave you all the wish list last month, I believe.
Yep.
You guys have it in front of you. It's been revised, and it has kitchen equipment on the top, and then the kitchen flooring and remodel on the bottom. I will say that I got a message, so I was just at National Conference for a week, and I got a message from our mayor, Randy Hartless, that the IDA has given monies to the center, so to the tune of, it was like $24,000.
Awesome,
Wow.
awesome.
Very exciting. Those monies are gonna go to the remodel, is the game plan. Did you see that? Did that come across your desk? Okay, I haven't seen it yet either. So I just got the email on it, to Steve and I, so it's for improvements though. Yeah, so more to come on that.
Very good, very good.
And then our truck, we're waiting to get our truck back. So our truck, we have two delivery trucks, one very, very old one that's about 10 years old. So that's our new one. And it had tons of miles on it. So WACOG bought a new truck, and both the old truck and the new truck were shipped to Indiana, and the company that does the refrigerated box on the back they're working on a swap. So the box will go on the new truck chassis, but it's all gonna be refurbished. So we should actually it's a project that Steve's working on, so I haven't heard anything. I don't hear anything until he kind of lets me know what's going on. But we should be getting that truck back any day.
Nice,
Super exciting.
very good. Business sponsorship opportunities. I know Tammy was kind of leading that up or heading that up, so, but she's done amazing. Tammy has done amazing getting
Yes.
Business sponsorships. So how do we, at the center, how can we recognize that?
Recognize like the sponsorships, or recognize
Yeah.
Tammy?
The sponsorships?
The sponsorships. So we talked about having levels
Mhm.
of sponsorships, and we haven't really had the levels haven't really come in yet. So we've gotten some sponsorships, but not like that. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we could do a frame, where we could list just even names for sponsorships.
That would be great.
Maybe not level.
You have that board or the TV up front.
We could put it on there.
An editable document.
Sure.
Or tweaks in front of that.
That's easy. The marquee, when you walk into the center, that rotates with everything, we could put that on there.
Be nice.
Another thing that would be good, I loved how Melissa would do her thank yous for her big events. So she'd kind of circle around, and she'd do little thank you to her sponsors. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah,
So just more of that.
yeah,
Thank you letters, thank you notes, I do all of that, but something a little more public.
yeah, maybe something that we could post in the center for people to see. As they're maybe patronizing those businesses, that they could say thank you. That's always a nice gesture. It's a feel good, when somebody
Yes.
donates money, that feels good.
Absolutely.
So, okay, perfect. Promotion and outreach. So we have a promotion and outreach subcommittee. And I think probably once we get into that August meal, we'll start working with subcommittees
Okay.
or,
On the promotion and outreach, just to kind of put a little bug in everybody's ear, November 9th is the Veterans Day Parade. So join in on that this year.
Mm-hmm. We did last year. I think we did
tried.
the before. Didn't you do the Veterans Parade this
Huh?
last year?
Did
Did
you
you?
do the parade this last year?
Oh, I thought you did.
I might have. Well, I don't know.
You did. You drove
did?
and Jackie DeMonte was on it.
Okay.
We had a little
I do remember.
trailer.
Yeah. I
You went and borrowed a trailer from,
Speaking
didn't you
of
borrow a
dominion,
trailer from someone?
That's it.
Jeez.
This is what
I
I'm
will
told.
say that it's,
Nice.
Love you,
we-
Frank. I
it's
love
hard
him.
for
I
us
love
to
him.
get participants in
I know
that.
I do, definitely.
We might just have to go
It's
do
like,
it, I
huh?
don't know. But with all the veteran stuff that's going on, maybe we can get some veterans,
Yeah.
yeah,
And maybe we can
participants.
make it with the VFW, you know, like
That
them and then us and kind of
Sure.
Together.
do it.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd just like to interject some. I've been retired a while from the military, and my own reasoning is I never joined the VA, but when I decided to, I thought I might as well get on a roller coaster because that's what I thought I was getting. I got nowhere, and they held a thing down here at the casino.
Uh-huh. The stand down or the
In
veterans.
3 weeks, I had my VA card.
That's great to hear.
Good.
That's great to hear.
But I went through that center in Havasu, Veterans Center, and they're all nice people, but I don't know what the hell they do. Because they didn't do anything for me.
Right.
And it was always, we'll get back with you. We'll get back with you. But, and I'm still trying to get, I don't know if you know what DD 214s are.
Mm-hmm.
They're your service time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all I want. I don't want medical, because I have medical. I just want all of my DD 214s. I'll be damned, I still haven't got them, but I got my VA card.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're headed in the right direction, and that's a great resource. And it's good to hear that it's working, because it's frustrating for the vets.
Well, I was really surprised because that crew, as far as I'm concerned, did a hell of a good job. Because like I said, within 3 weeks, I have my card.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to move to approve meeting minutes. So we don't have a quorum for the February 28th or the March 18th, but we do have a quorum for the May 23rd. The only absent member was Tammy Thorne that day, so 4 out of 6 will give us a quorum. So I would entertain a motion on the May 23rd meeting minutes when you guys get a chance to look through those. I skipped something. Okay, sorry. All right, have you guys looked at the,
Yeah, I was gonna make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 23rd.
I'll say,
we have a first and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, I skipped one, so discussion and action to approve or deny possible change of the monthly meeting date. Amy, do you have something in mind? I know you're in charge of the calendar.
Yeah, so, Mondays are terrible because a lot of holidays fall on Mondays. It's the beginning of the week for everybody and it seems like it's a struggle sometimes. I talked to Member Thorne and, Chairman Phillips, and it looks like both of theirs is consensus is Wednesday. So Tammy said any Wednesday, 4 PM would be great for her. Josh said no Mondays, no Thursdays, and 6 PM would be best for him. So just kind of throw that out there. Tuesdays are sort of out because those are council, meetings. So really, if Monday's not working for us, Wednesday is really the only other day.
And do you have any others scheduled?
No, I don't have any other meetings, advisory board meetings scheduled on
I
point?
like Wednesday, but I can't get here until at least 4:15 because I get off at 4.
And I can't be here because the Chinese.
You can't be here, what?
Be an ornery.
Don't instigate.
Frank says Wednesday's perfect for me.
Let's see. I'm the same, no real commitments on Wednesdays. So we've talked about in the past trying to keep it as close to 5 because the town has to have an employee here. So I'm flexible with time. I just want to make it kind of a business decision with that in mind. I'm okay with 4:15, 4:30. I'm okay with 5 o'clock. Frank, do you have an opinion?
I'm
Julie?
retired 3 times.
4:30,
4:30?
4:15, 4:30 is good.
I know that's hard for Josh.
Oh, he can't make the 4:30? I thought it was after 6.
That wasn't his preference.
Oh,
What did he say? He came back at 6.
oh, 6 for him. Oh, geez.
That's kind of,
Then we need to stay over before 5.
We try to, just for scheduling. I'm not opposed to being here later than that. I know Leanne, their group
Oh, yeah.
finishes at 2 or 3, so.
I'm at work at 6 most days.
Then we
But
can do it at
can-
8 PM is good.
It's just you're gonna
No.
get a frazzled
Oh, no,
Leanne
no.
by this time of night. Yeah.
As long as we can be there in time to watch Chicago PD.
Taco PD.
Chicago,
That's at 9 o'clock.
So,
Wednesday.
YouTube it, or what is that, TiVo?
yeah.
Right?
Record it,
You can
Frank.
record it.
With the times, Frank.
Come on now.
Okay, so preference, we
I like
probably
the
have
4:15, 4:30.
four weeks in the month. So do you guys have any obligations on any other first Wednesday, second Wednesday, third Wednesday?
Not right now.
No.
Talk to me.
Mhm. No.
All right,
I
Amy.
just would like to give my 2 cents on this.
Okay,
It would be really nice to have it at the beginning of the month.
I'm
'Cause you're
completely open.
getting- If you, so we've been doing it the third Wednesday of the month. We're pretty much through that whole month. So when I'm reporting to you all, it's.
We're 3
half
weeks
of the month-
behind.
Yes,
Right.
half of the month is gone.
That makes sense.
So if it was me, I would rather have it done the first. Now, if we did it at the end, I might be able to kind of back it off. And, well.
So
I just
like
think-
July, is that third? July 3rd for our next meeting and make it the first Wednesday of the month?
I like that.
I'm retired.
Now,
I'm retired.
I'm on
So am I.
vacation.
On July 3rd?
I am on vacation.
Okay, well, maybe
The cook.
we could flex a little on the next meeting, but what do you say for our kind of standard, vote on it? Next time, we might have to move it a little bit around, but for the future meetings, the first Wednesday of the month at 4:30?
4:30? That works.
This is a slow
Could we
time
go
at this
dark?
time. Yeah.
Could we just, next month, go dark? I mean, could we just
July
do,
go dark.
maybe
I'm
I
okay with
send you all a little update via email? Be sure to reply to me, each individually, and I'll just keep you up to date. We really don't have
Perfect.
much going
Anything
on
really
in
going
July.
on.
Until when? August?
Yeah.
So then we'll go August,
So
the
we'd meet
first
in
Wednesday in
August?
August, which would be August 7 at 4:30. Are we doing 4:30 or 4:15?
4:30.
4:30. So August 7 at 4:30?
Who's gonna tell Josh?
You can.
I will.
Missy will
I
do
tried
that.
to get him to call in and he said, I absolutely can't.
Yeah.
I was still pushing Amy for that February meeting minutes. Man,
It just gets real jumbled and
yeah, Yeah, I agree. Well, and then we lost like Kristen, so we're dwindling down on who we can even have to vote on. Because Kimmy wasn't there, so she can't even vote on it. So we're just losing our ability to even approve it. So I tried to even get a phone call just to get those pushed through, because that's scary. You know, when you don't have a quorum at all, you can't approve them at all. So we need to really focus on getting those up.
What about can I talk about getting the seat filled? Okay. Put it on next one, okay.
All right, kids, I think that's it. Any future topics besides we have a free seat open?
To recruit for Kristen's position.
I have one
I
complaint,
thought that was on the agenda.
Do you have a
for some
complaint?
reason.
yes,
That's okay.
and this is very serious.
Okay.
Well, we're recruiting. I just want to remind them.
I'm
Can I
a
remind
part-time,
them?
I'm a
Okay,
volunteer
I'm
for the senior
reminding
center.
you all to recruit. We need
I'll bet
we
you,
need somebody
in
good.
a year, you can count on one hand for the amount of times that the city council that we have to answer to, they don't come up there and show for dinner. That's terrible.
They don't do what, Frank?
They don't show up for dinner at the senior center. To me, it's poor leadership, period. The mayor ought to stand up there and say, we're going down to the senior center to have dinner at least once a week.
Frank, hold please. I'm going to adjourn the meeting.
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned, 5:50. Okay, go.
Done. Said it when I
Well,
said
it was not on the agenda.